welcome to Heal with Us, where we aim to inspire, strengthen, and empower.
Now
Now,
let's
let's
begin
begin
to
to
heal.
heal. Hey, y'all, I'm Toya, and I'll be investigating the business of everyday people like you and I. This is Dr. Nikkisha. She'll be checking in on your heart. And that's Tam. She'll be enlightening you with fun facts you didn't even know you needed. She's just nerdy like that. Now that you know us, let's get into business.
In your business.
All right, so on today's episode, we'll be talking about how to calm down and relax. So, Tam, how do you calm yourself?
I calm myself by sometimes I'll just throw on some music, or I will have a nice big hot cup of chamomile tea,
Mhm.
or I will take a nice shower. Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Nikisha, how do you calm yourself?
So similar to Tam, I love taking nice hot baths and having my body scrubs and my candle lit. Music definitely helps. And honestly, taking walks is very effective for me. Yeah.
It's weird. I'm like completely for me to calm myself. I need like other people around. I need the
Mm.
noise and the hustle and the bustle
Oh,
to be calm. I don't like to
okay.
be too. I don't like it quiet and yeah. I like to be alone with my own thoughts. No. So, do you ever just go out and explore your current environment?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's one of the benefits of taking walks. You can kind of, explore your community and especially if you're going different times of the day, which I try to do because I'll notice different, elements like different people or just different things going on at particular times. So yeah, it's
And I
very
know you live close to the beach,
oh yes,
so
yes, yes.
do you just like walk sometimes or?
I mean, because it's walking distance if you feel like it,
Mhm.
but if the weather is permitting, then I have, and yeah, and that's been like, I mean, one of the blessings of just being so close to the water because it definitely keeps my nerves together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sam, what about you? Do you just go out and explore your environment?
After I check the pollen count, because I have allergies really bad, and I don't just have seasonal allergies. I have year-round allergies.
Mm-hmm.
So and it depends on what type of allergen is at the highest count.
Mhm.
So if it's ragweed and just regular pop, no.
Mhm.
But if it's down, yes, I'll go
Okay.
for maybe a bike ride or a walk.
Because I know you live at the countryside, so what
Yeah.
kinds of things do you find out there?
Well, we have in our neighborhood we have like different trails. So when I can get my husband to go with me or let him tell it when I get on the bike, we'll ride the trails and just he wants to be Lance Armstrong on the bike.
Uh huh.
I want to cruise like Pee Wee Herman.
Mhm.
That's just,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
Pee-wee
So
Herman. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. And I think we have like a man-made like waterway
Okay.
behind our house, so I like to hear it
Hmm.
from inside the house with the screen
Oh.
closed. But yeah, I do like to listen.
But your question was exploring the outside,
I can
which means
see it,
one has to put self
Mm-hmm.
into the.
uh-huh.
She
But I
can
can
see
see
it.
it.
But
I open the door.
okay, but you
Uh,
have to insert oneself.
yes.
I would
Yeah.
love to sit at your table every morning with a cup of coffee and just
Mm-hmm. Oh
stare
yes,
at the water. It's so
yes,
calming.
it is.
Yes, but I don't ever go out to it.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I don't know. I think I probably would drive around, but I never just like explore on foot or anything like
That's a
that.
good thing because
Yeah.
sometimes I do go for a drive because
Mhm.
we're so rural where we are
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes a drive is really good
Mhm.
because you got the trees and some of the little back roads, the trees kind of come over the road and it
Mm-hmm.
just so picturesque.
Mhm. Yep. And I think I that's one thing that I want to like start doing more because there's so many beautiful things like right outside your door.
Mm-hmm.
So I know people that come to Virginia Beach and to like Norfolk and Portsmouth to visit,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't. They see more things here than we
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes you just go out and see what your city or state has to offer. And I'm gonna just say I'll end with just stop and smell the roses, look up at the sky, listen to the ocean, or take in a breeze at the lake. Just breathe.
in your business.
Hello, it's Dr. Nikkisha Bell-Griffin. How's your heart? So, we're going to continue our conversation, ladies, about calming down and relaxing. And my question I've been posing to myself, is why are our nerves so bad? Like, why do you think people are so on edge lately?
I think they probably always have been, but you just don't care, right? Like about exposing the nerve.
Okay, that's true.
I think it's because we still have not gotten on an even keel after going through a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people nerves have been rattled, thinking about the number count of how many humans we lost, and uh, the effects and the mannerism in which we lost them to a subject that nobody knew anything about, and how we were so unprepared for it. And I think people are still wound up very tight and have that fear still instilled in them from that. So
That's very good.
Yeah.
Very good, yeah. And that's what you call collective trauma, which is something that a lot of us, when you have a pandemic such as COVID, you endure, but you don't know how to walk through that. Like, and even the aftermath, as you said, figuring out how to get back to normal, whatever that is. And I think even for a lot of people, you kind of discovered just how on edge you may have already been. Like, I know in the world of education, many educators found themselves just realizing how much they were doing and how much it was taken away from, just their families, and so it did give people, on a positive note, a chance to kind of just examine, you know what have I been living within my core values and in my priorities, or have I just kind of been going with the flow, getting stuck in that rat race, so to speak. So, thank you for bringing that up, because that was something that really, I think, turned a lot of us, gave us a lot of us a different perspective on what really matters in life. So I kind of want to talk about, how do we relax? How do we calm our nerves? From a mental, emotional standpoint. And just recognizing that the multiple responsibilities most of us have, the pressure, extreme pressures from whether it's your job or your family duties, or, all the things, how we can just try to find some type of balance in the midst of that. So I came up with a little acronym for relax.
Of course you did.
Yes, of course. So my R is for rest. My first suggestion is just that we need to sit down somewhere. Just sit down and
All the
allow
way down.
all the way down, and just allow yourself to do absolutely nothing.
I have a hard time with
I
that.
do too, and I'm learning. I got to practice what I preach, and it is a practice. So it's not something that is going to come natural to you, or that you're going to just automatically do. And I would suggest starting with small increments of time. So even if it's just 5 minutes of just breathing and just sitting and doing nothing else. Don't think about what you have to do. Just allow yourself to be in the moment. And I think if you start small, you can eventually get into that space where,
I don't think so.
yeah, I think you can. I have faith in you. I have faith. But we do need that time and space to be still and be quiet, so that we can refuel and regroup. If you don't give yourself that time and you're going, you're going to crash and burn. We know this. The E is for explore and examine. So we need to take time to explore and examine those things that are wearing us down, and prioritize how we can minimize or eliminate those things. But you have to be intentional, because, of course, we can recognize that, okay, I'm working way too much. But if you don't prioritize minimizing how much time you're working by shifting your hours or whatever it is you need to do, nothing's going to change. It's just you're recognizing it. Your body is burnt out. Your family's going crazy. all the things are happening, but you're still living in that lifestyle because you're not being intentional about setting, protecting your time and protecting your space. So the L is for look, listen, and learn. So become aware of what things bring life to your soul and schedule them into your day, week, or month. I said schedule them because, again, it's not going to just happen unless we make it happen. So look for moments where you are wasting time or when you aren't giving yourself enough time to relax, and replace this idle space or busy space with more specific actions or activities that refresh you, like we were talking about in Toya's segment. Walking, exercising, taking a bath, just anything that brings you, brings life back into your soul and gives you a moment to just take a breath, a breather. Fit that into your schedule. You're worth it. Listen to your heart. So ask yourself, when do I find myself most anxious, frustrated, or overwhelmed? And also ask yourself, when do you feel most joyful, hopeful, or calm? Learn your triggers and then listen to your heart, so that listening to your heart will help you to identify how to address those triggers by being more proactive. So if I'm asking myself these questions, I feel myself, I'm listening for the moments when I feel anxious or I feel overwhelmed, and I pay attention to what's triggering that, it can help me be more proactive about how to intervene. So, okay, I know in the mornings it's crazy. I'm trying to get myself out the door, my kids out the door, whatever. What can I do so that this time in my day, especially just starting your day, is not so hectic or overwhelming? Give myself more time. So, I mean, that's just one solution. Give myself more time to get myself together and get my children together. Or it could be something as simple as, okay, maybe music, maybe some happy music on your drive to school or work or whatever will kind of get you out of that space of being so tense. So, whatever works for you. And then the A is for acknowledge. So we want to acknowledge where we are and where we need or want to be. And then take action to ensure that we do what's necessary to revive our soul and keep our souls alive. And finally, X. I cheated on this one. X is for exhale. Yes, we know it doesn't start with X, but it has the sound. Stop, exhale, and stop taking yourself so seriously. This is where I struggle with y'all.
Oh, I live by
Yes,
that. I
yes.
never take myself
Laugh
serious.
more, which yes, when I'm around these two,
She
I can't
pointed
help
right at
it.
you.
I can't help it. Laugh more, live more, and play more. We all deserve to be vibrant and full of joy, regardless of age, economic status, all of that. We all deserve to be full of life and to enjoy the life we're living. So just remember that this is your life story, it's your adventure, so you get to decide how to live it out. And with that being said, I guess I want to know, like, what do y'all find is the biggest challenge to staying in that space of calm and joy and just, feeling refreshed and revived?
You're looking at me,
I
so
am.
I
I
will
am.
answer. My challenge would be my A has DD. So I could be thinking about 15,000 things at once, doing 2 of them at that time, but being frustrated because I can't fit the 3rd one in. So it's me and my mind, just calming my mind down and to focus and not lose attention on the task at hand.
Right. Yeah.
That's the biggest hurdle for me, because I don't really, I was listening to you, how you say when, in the morning it's a challenge because you're trying to get the kids out of the house, you're trying to get yourself out the house. I don't leave the house. I don't have any kids. So I'm like, what's my difficulty?
Right.
Maybe hitting the landing on the steps to go walk to my office in the house.
Well, it may be a different time of the day. That was an example.
Oh, a different time of the
it could
day?
be a different time of the day for you. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
That's
Well,
beautiful.
I guess around the time I try to wrap up my work day, I got to figure out what I'm going to cook for dinner.
Okay.
That's so
that
boring. That's so
transition.
boring.
That's
You guys got all
transition,
these interesting answers.
No, we don't.
It's
Because
boring.
that's life. Like, that's a part
For
of life
me.
that you can't. I mean, everybody has to have that transition in their day, and
Yeah.
And believe it or not, sometimes that's that mental overload, that one more thing that you have to do. For me, that's my struggle. It's like that one more thing I have to do, and it's like I can't carry anything else. But knowing that there's some things you just can't put down, the only thing you can do is figure out, okay, what must I do right now, and what can I just put off for a little while?
That's a good way to look at it. I
Yeah.
don't really look at it like that. I'll get more frustrated because there's a ton of things that I can think of that I need to do, like maybe clean baseboards. Toya, do not respond. Rearrange the socks in the drawer, like those type of things. Get the dust from under the chair. Those type of things. When I sit down and read my book and then I feel guilty because I know I need to pull the refrigerator out, those type of things.
Wow. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, those things excite me.
And it's funny because for some people, like even me, depending on the season or the time frame, I find joy in like cleaning and rearranging, but there are other times where it's like this is one more thing I have to do. So it just depends on where I am in my day or in my life. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, but I do have, there are moments where that has brought me some satisfaction. Like, okay, I get to clean the refrigerator out, and those people are like,
it's a great space to be.
Yes, I know. But when I'm not feeling it, it's hard because it's like, oh, I gotta clean the refrigerator out,
Because I ordered a little hand steamer for cleaning, and I was so excited, wait for it to get here, and I got it, and it's just like, I'm not touching them windowsills the day, not today, the day. Okay, so I've gotten to that point where I'm okay with it letting it ride. Before it would just bother me. I'm like, oh God, let me just do it. But now I've gotten to the point where I let it ride, and I think Toya is happy about that.
Same here,
yeah, because she stays on me. Like, girl,
just I used to go crazy. Why are dishes in the sink now? I'm like, it's all right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not nobody's
it's not
dying.
the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay, what about
That
you?
started when?
Yesterday? Don't come for me.
Yesterday.
Don't come for me.
Okay.
Ask the girls.
Okay.
They yes.
Okay.
But what about you, Toya?
I think I'm like on the other side of the spectrum. Like I might have too much relaxing and not enough motivation to like get things done. So the balance is a little bit more off in the other direction though.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So how do you reconcile with that? Like, how do you? I mean, because there are times where clearly you have to get stuff done.
Yeah, and I think that's like the motivation. Like if it has to be done, then I'll do it. But it's not like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It's just like, well, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, and okay, it is what it is.
Right.
Everything else.
I want to live in your world.
Yeah.
But I find most creatives are like that. People who are very creative and use that side of their brain, they, on the outside looking in, people will look at it as a lack of motivation, but to them it's really not. It's like it's not a necessity or a need to be, because they're so creative. They would rather be painting a picture or putting fabrics together to make something.
That's true.
So they look at it and approach it different, the word motivation and how to apply it in their lives. I found that with a lot of people that I know that are creators.
And I don't even think I think it's also priorities, because it sounds to me like your priority is not, okay, I gotta get these dishes done, or I gotta do this or that. And I noticed from knowing you, of course, it's, okay, I gotta sit down and just sit with my girls and have some moments where we're laughing and just catching up, or, So I think for me, you kind of, it feels like everybody else has it upside down, and you kind of got it right in that aspect of just knowing what's most important, and then those things that you can't neglect, just figuring out where to put them in. So I mean, that's a blessing for real, really is. So so thank y'all for your insight. I appreciate it, and like I said, you only have one life to live, so take care of you. Make the space to just refresh yourself and fill yourself, whether it's taking a trip, which hopefully we'll be doing soon, or just taking a walk down your street. Do something to just refresh your soul. And that's it for me. And remember to guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life.
Well, Welcome everyone over to the Nerds Corner. Just come on over and get nice and cozy and snug, the bug and rug, you know. So I'm gonna follow the path of calming down and relaxing, and I want to give the audience as well as the two ladies here a mineral that will kind of help with calming and relaxing you. And that mineral is magnesium. So are you two kind of familiar with magnesium? Do you take magnesium?
Oh,
I just remember from the periodic table. That's how it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you,
Yes.
Doc?
I'm actually taking something with magnesium now to kind
Okay.
of cleanse and, detox a little bit.
Well, cool beans.
Yeah.
Well, let's get Toya on ship,
Yes,
okay, and
do
get
that.
her off of that periodic table.
Right.
So, magnesium is a mineral found in every organ of the body. It is critical to the body's functions, the nervous system, and bone density. It is the most abundant mineral in the body, and magnesium helps to control chemical messengers called neurotransmitters in the brain, resulting in a calming effect in the body. So and of course, I always got to start my information with the science tidbit of it because that's the nerd in me. And I'm hoping that some of the words will spark curiosity because I always get the curiosity over there. So I got to be on point, make sure I got my definitions and explain because I know the questions come from that end. Anywho, magnesium affects many body systems like your musculoskeletal system, your blood pressure, bone density, blood sugar. It turns glucose into energy and stress and nerves. Okay. Magnesium also helps to manage your stress response system and cortisol levels. Okay. And the lower levels of minerals may result in sleep problems. So people who have trouble sleeping, which the two of you in previous episodes told me you don't, you may want to, think about magnesium because it can help you get your sleep levels and stuff back where it should be. According to a Harvard University study, less than 75% of adults are magnesium deficient because they are not getting enough through their diets. So a lot of people don't realize that if you don't feel comfortable with taking magnesium, which I always preface anything that I suggest is something that I have tried, it worked for me, but if you want to try and it's something that you are ingesting, please consult a physician to ensure that it's safe for you to try it, okay? Nearly 50% of US adult and children may not consume enough magnesium that their bodies need to function at a regular level. Normal magnesium is received through our diets. However, our food quality is getting worse, unfortunately, and the chemicals that are being sprayed, pesticides and other chemicals in the air that we breathe, we have difficulty holding those minerals in our bodies. Okay, so I think I spoke about this on a previous episode where even the soil that we grow our plants in is deficient in a lot of minerals. So the plants can't get that, and the plants are what we eat. And so if the plants are lacking it, then, we're not getting it. And it also affects the animals that we eat, cows, chicken, if they're eating the plants or whatever grain that they're getting fed, it doesn't have the minerals. So we're not getting the minerals and, the amount of protein that we get from eating, meat. Chronic deficiency in magnesium has been the culprit of fatigue, depression, inflammation, hypertension, diabetes, and sleep and heart issues. Symptoms that may be caused by low magnesium: headaches, high blood pressure, weight gain, which is contributed to the cortisol, because that's the stress hormone, anxiety and stress, sleep problems, leg cramps. A lot of people don't know that a lot of the times when you get leg cramps or muscle cramps, you're low in magnesium. And low energy is another symptoms caused by low magnesium. Taking a quality magnesium supplement can help by reducing those leg cramps and spasms, increasing your sleep quality, improving your immune system, increasing bone density, decreasing stress responses, and dramatically improving constipation. So, like I said about the cortisol, magnesium can also help block the cortisol, which is the stress hormones that pack on the pounds around the midsection. And magnesium increases water in your intestines, which is why it's used as a laxative. Did you guys know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the more water you have in your intestines, that's why you need to drink a lot of water, because the intestines kind of keep the waste moist to keep it so that it can flow through the intestines and come out the way that it should. Where if you're lacking that water down in the gut, that's what causes constipation. People think it's a lot of times it's, oh, you eat too much cheese, or no. No, it's that your intestines lack the amount of sufficient water. Okay. There are several types of magnesium. You got magnesium glycinate, which is easily absorbed by the body and mostly preferred as it helps you to sleep, the cramping, blood pressure, and constipation. You got magnesium citrate, which most people know that when it comes time to have that great old trusty colonoscopy.
Oh, gross.
Yes. And there's also magnesium sulfate, which is the chemical name for Epsom salt. Okay. Let's see. So, recommended dose, if you're going to take it, once again, please consult a medical professional before you ingest any magnesium. But the suggested amount is 75 to 350 milligrams a day if you're going to take it that way. But of course, here at the Nerds Corner, we always give you more opportunities and more alternative ways to use or take anything that I suggest. So just hang tight. I'm going to give you some more ways to get that magnesium in. So I want to also talk about the foods that are high in magnesium. If you don't want to take a supplement, you can increase these food intakes that will help you get that magnesium that you may need or lacking. Soy products, if you like soy. Seeds, sunflower seeds and roasted pumpkin seeds and chia seeds. So, here in the Nerds Corner, I always have a fun fact. So I got a fun fact. Okay. So you guys remember from the 80s when we were, growing up, and that nice commercial, chia.
Yes.
Well, chia pets. So the little seeds that you put in the chia and then it sprouts, those are actual real chia seeds that you can eat. I wouldn't suggest eating the chia seeds that come in the kit for the chia pet, because they're not really food grade, or like if some person may try to cut the sprouts of the chia pet and try to, maybe put it in a smoothie, but just know that those are actual chia seeds, and chia seeds is a seed that you can use to get magnesium. I know some people put chia seeds in their smoothies.
I have my smoothies all the time.
I do have a question about the Epsom salt. So when you use that, does your body absorb that magnesium?
Yes, ma'am. Anything you have to remember, and I think I said it in a previous episode, your skin is the biggest organ in your body. So anything that you put on your skin, or you sit in or put on, your skin absorbs it into your bloodstream. It may take a little longer, whereas, if you were to get an injection, that's going right into your bloodstream, or if you were to ingest something or inhale something, all of that is going into your bloodstream. So lotion, anything that you put on your skin, it's being absorbed into your bloodstream. So yes, that Epsom salt is.
So that's why you're so relaxed after.
So some other foods, leafy greens, nuts. Those who are allergic to nuts, please don't ingest. But almonds, cashews, and peanuts, which peanuts have the highest level of magnesium out of the nuts that I listed. Beans, rice, whole grains, peas, chocolate, dark chocolate, that is, not milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is a cheater. Dark chocolate, coffee, salmon, and halibut, which is a fish. So I want to get into Epsom salt, which is the magnesium. Which one is it? Magnesium sulfate. Okay. Epsom salt. I remember being a little girl. I used to have like bowel issues, and my aunt would give me a glass of Epsom salt. She would put it in some water, stir it up, and I would drink it,
Oh my
and
gosh.
to help with, bowel movement.
And digest.
Yeah,
I
you
think
Oh, I
Uh-huh.
did not know that.
because you got to think about it. Magnesium supplement.
Right.
It's
But I thought the Epsom, because Epsom salt sometimes has like the grainy. I don't know. Never mind.
that's
Continue.
that's the salt.
I mean, but I don't think so. You like, how did it feel when you drink it?
It tastes like salty water.
Okay, it wasn't like gritty.
It's
No, because it dissolves.
I
Pumpkin.
know, but it's a lot of it. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
it was only like a teaspoon or two.
Oh, okay. So she gave you.
She
a
didn't
very
give me a
minimum.
cup.
Okay.
She didn't give her a
In my
spoon.
mind, I'm thinking,
Not a
I'm sorry.
spoonful of
I
sugar.
just went to the left. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, I feel better now. I was like, wait a minute, she's poisoning her.
So some other ailments that it can treat that I don't think too many people know about was PMS and cramps, heartburn, inflammation. I spoke of muscle strain, soreness, and cramps. Talked about constipation and also abdominal pain.
And this is by ingesting it orally, or even if you just.
No, you can, ingesting it, or I was going to give some other examples. There is, the most known company is Dr. Teal's. I know everybody's seen it. Well, there are sprays, there are magnesium sprays that you can get that, like, so say if, your young daughters having PMS that time of the month, just get a regular washcloth, make it kind of warm, wet it a little bit, and spray some of that magnesium spray on it and have her hold it to her tummy.
So it doesn't do anything for the moods. It's just
It does help with mood because I previously spoke, a lack of magnesium leads to depression and mood alteration. So so it will help with, because it's premenstrual syndrome and part of that is mood swings. So it will help with all of that.
Okay.
Just
Just stir it in a glass. Serve it up.
serve it up real good. You might have to, because she add something to it just in case they like,
Once again, please consult a medical professional. Okay. That goes for you too down there on that end. Okay. So I don't take baths. I wash, but I don't take a tub with water bath. Okay. So for those who like to sit and soak, and the only reason why I don't, and from the far end over there, please no response.
I already know.
I don't take baths because I just think it's disgusting. You're sitting in that dirty
your
water.
water and dirt ratio should not be that high. I mean, if your dirt ratio is that high, then there's a problem. I'm sorry, I'm just saying.
You can
But
take a
continue.
shower first,
Yes,
and
there's
then
so many ways to get around that. But
Okay.
continue.
Well, I was just saying why I don't like, because it's just yucky sitting in your dirt. Okay.
the body
Anyway,
stew.
so
Not the body stew.
because I know you said you like to take a relaxing bath. So here's a little recipe for a soak you can do. You can get regular Epsom salt. It doesn't have to be Dr. Teal's, but just get regular Epsom salt, 2 cups, and put it in your bath. Make sure that it's resolved. Put it in there while the bath is filling so that it'll, dissolve.
Okay.
And soak in it for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And it's nice, calming, and relaxing. It's going to help with inflammation, relax your muscles, and all the good things. The other things that I talked about are shower tablets that I have some here today that I want to share with you guys. And I'm going to give the two of you little samples. I want you to try it and let me know what you think. So how you use these shower tablets is that you take the tablet out and you just place it in the shower and try to place it in the shower, like the bottom of your shower where the water hits a lot. And as the shower heats up and warms up, it will dissolve this little tablet. So it looks like a little Alka-Seltzer pill. And once it starts, and you can smell it. once you start the heat and the water from the shower hits this, it will like just put the aroma in your shower, and just take a couple of deep breaths and really inhale it in.
I'm gonna go do that now.
I know, buddy. I know.
Just, you can
know,
smell
right?
it like it's really, really strong. You don't even need it that close.
Oh.
And so they come in different scents. And of course, they have my trusty essential oils. And the two I have here that I'm going to share with the two of you is one is eucalyptus and peppermint and lavender. And then one is just lavender and chamomile. So I'm going to give you a sample of both.
Okay.
Let me know. I do a
excited.
follow-up.
I'm very
excited.
eucalyptus to TEE.
Okay.
Okay.
And I also want to talk about another brand. Now, this brand is what I normally use, and I just got this fresh shipment yesterday from Amazon, and it's called Herbal Zen, and they have several different scents and essential oils combinations that you can use, but the one that I really like is the lavender and chamomile. When I say you use one of these tablets, you're going to get into bed and just sleep. I mean, you're going to be so relaxed. You're going to feel like a rubber band. Like when you get out the shit, like it is, you can smell it through the package. And so I know the doc was like, oh, I just want to keep it right here. No, because it's going to relax you. So this is a very good brand. This is the one I've always used. But I also want to let you know, if you don't want to wait on an Amazon shipment, or you just want to go get it just to try it, Vapor Rub. I know everybody remembers Vapor Rub. Vapor Rub has over-the-counter ready to buy in pharmacies. It comes in a little box, and they're called shower vapor tabs. And I think they only have lavender. They don't have all these scents like the Herbal Zen, but they have lavender, and then they have a plain, which I think is like the vapor. So make sure you read the box, because the plain one is like the Vapor Rub scent, which is like camphor, and I don't know what is all in Vapor Rub, but it's camphor. That'll open you up.
Yeah.
So maybe you could use it if you're congested. But if you just want to relax, make sure you get the lavender one. This particular one is the CVS brand, because they were all out of the Vapor Rub. But I just wanted to bring it so that you can see. And then this one comes in the little trusty package, but this one is shaped like a circle, whereas that one was shaped like a square. But I'll open it up here if I can get it. It's not gonna let me.
Is there a little slit on the corner? Some of them do.
No, it's not gonna let me. I'm sorry,
Need some
but
scissors.
it's like a circle. It's just not square like that. Same type of mechanism. Put it in the shower, at the base of your shower where the water tends to hit. Let it just do its thing, and just sit and just take a couple of deep breaths and really just get it in. And I think this is good for those who have, sensitive skin, so you're not really putting anything in there. And then if you don't want to ingest anything like the supplements, try the tab and see how it works. If the listeners or the watchers try it, write in and let us know if it helped you.
Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, so that was my little tidbit on magnesium. If you try it, let me know.
Yes.
And of course, like I said, with you two, please try the tabs and let me know what you think.
Definitely. I can't wait.
Thank
you, Sam.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Heal With Us.
And remember, healing is a process, so take it one day at a time.
And please know that we would love to hear from each and every person. You can contact us, email healwithus3@gmail.com. We're available across all social media platforms, all the ones that exist. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, podcasts, all the things. Write in, let us know what you think of the show. Leave comments. Even if you have show suggestions, just leave those too. We'll read them, respond, and get back to you as soon as possible.
Heal with us.
in your business.